What's up? Okay. I mean, whew. So, who sent that in? One of y'all sent in the idea to boil this knife. And so I did. I boiled it and boiled it. And I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I'm going to find your name. And man, look at the Loctite that was on that dude. I was able to turn it enough to get it to stick out far enough on one side, and then I could grab it with these because I rounded off another tip. And of course, you know, when you round these, they don't have to look horrible, but once they flip over, like right here, I mean, I can just easily flip it in that now. I can go the other way. It's not rounded to tighten it, but to loosen it, I mean, I rounded this one, and I rounded this one, and I rounded this one while boiling this for over 30 minutes. When we get this open, I mean, are the bearings melted in here? I don't know, but man, I started to get it to turn a little bit, and then I rounded the bit, and so I boiled it some more, and I started to get it to turn a little bit, and I rounded the bit, so I boiled it some more, and I started to get it to turn a little bit, and it turned enough that I thought, man, it may be there. So then I brought it to the bench, and I laid that down, and I pounded this down, and it stuck out just enough that I thought, man, I think I can grab it. And sure enough, I was able to just barely get this on there and then turn it a little bit. And then I could pound it out. And then, man, once I got it out a little bit, then I could get a hold of it. And I finally got that thing out of there. Oh my gosh, what a journey that was. So, hey, we're going to finish the check-in on this thing. I do need to get another bit because all of those are rounded off. I actually probably should just get two. There ain't no sense keeping those rounded off bits, so I think I'll just swap them both out. I mean, golly, one knife. I'm pretty sure that's 4 bits that I went through on this knife because I rounded 2 off the first time I tried to get through it. So, let's see. This one's going, trash, and this one's going, trash. I mean, dude. All right, so let's give credit where credit's due. I'm going to find the name of the guy that sent me that, and I'm going to clean this bench off, and we'll get all this checked in, man. Goodness gracious. All right, be right back. Okay, it was Todd 1611. Yeah, so thanks, man. I was hopeful when I got stumped. I was saying to myself, man, surely somebody has a way, like outside of having to drill it out. Surely somebody had some kind of idea on what we could do to get in there. I mean, you dirty dog. Golly, this thing. And all it was, 100,000,000%, is a mountain of Loctite on that pivot screw. I mean, they dippity-dooed it in that white stuff that I'm pretty sure they're holding bearings on trucks with that same stuff. Very tough stuff. All right. I don't see any damage to bearings or anything. Everything looks okay. The blade looks really scaled up. But we'll take a run and try to clean all this up. Let's do it. I mean, is the knife worthy of 2 check-ins? Only because it was such a challenge. Yeah, it cleaned right up. Just need to be wiped off. My well water, my hard water showed up too. When I boil water, I have super hard water. Golly. Thanks, Todd. That was awesome, man. I mean, listen, for whatever it's worth, it still did not give up the grave easy. It fought tooth and nail to not give it up, you know. I rounded 2 bits even after boiling the heck out of it. Still rounded bits. Yeah, you can't tell. It looked like it had some discoloration. Maybe. Spray a little cleaner on it. Make sure it's just not hard water stain or whatever. Yeah, even boiling it, I mean, like I say, I had to, in the end, I had to grab it with those vice grips to get it out. And I mean, to the very last turn, I don't think I could have turned it with the screwdriver bit. Whatever that industrial grade Loctite is, whew, I need to stop using it. Don't use that ever again. And why so much? I mean, oh, boy, I hope that's not a trend. Because I buy an awful lot of Twosuns and I take them all apart. But I will say, if I run into a really tough one like that again, I may just boil it right away versus, you know, trying to bang my way through it. Golly. But, yeah, just like in a fight, man. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you move on. You don't call the police. You don't cry and moan about it, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. No worse for the wear. I mean, the pivot's chewed up. I chewed it up pretty good. It's good hardened steel, though, I can tell you that, because those hardened Weehaw bits, they gave up several, and this is still the what's that called? The threads, I guess, in the torque thread in there is still intact. I mean, it's still biting. It's these hardened bits is what's given up. Yeah, that thing's still intact, no question. And I could probably run this on a belt, clean it up a little bit. I may do that. Plus, I got to get all this Loctite off of it. I think I'm gonna screw it into this towel real quick and see how much of it comes off. Almost all of it. Yeah, it cleaned up really, really good, really quickly. Yeah, there's none on the threads now. It's all cleaned up. So I can definitely run it on. Yeah, this is completely full of that Loctite. So I'm gonna need to work this in and out a few times and clean that out, because I'm pretty sure if I just put that, yeah, Even just trying to put it back in there, I can feel it just biting, and there's so much of that caked in there. There's like, yeah, this is going to be a process here, just in a little bit, out, and then clean the threads off. Yeah, it's completely caked in there. Yeah, look at it. Oh, look at it coming out of there. Bro, don't ever use that again. Hope I mean, I don't think they're watching my stuff, but I mean, if you know somebody that knows somebody that is a cousin to somebody, man, somebody get a hold of them and say, whatever that is in that knife, don't use that again, man. Because look at it coming out of there. Not good. I don't know how good a video content this is making either. I could probably do all this off camera, shorten the video a little bit. Because it is coming out of there. It's just I'm being very cautious. As soon as I meet that resistance, I'm backing it out a little bit because I don't want to pinch it in there. And look, as soon as I do it, the threads are covered in that stuff again. So, I mean, it's working though. It's extracting them out on the thread. Yeah, all the way down, man. Wow. Look at that. So when I took it out and I run it in the towel, I completely cleaned it out and it's completely covered again. I mean, it's like they just dipped the whole thread in the toughest Loctite you can find, and then screwed it together. Yeah, don't ever do that again, man. And I do think that that Torx thread is rolled a little bit because this bit's brand new and it is tending to bump out, loosening that screw, even just with a little tension. So I do think it is rolled slightly. You know, I think one of the questions is, would whoever I bought this from stand up for this knife and replace it or whatever? And I'm pretty confident, honestly, that D-Win, because that's where I bought this one, would replace this knife instantly. Wouldn't even think twice about it. But if you remember in the first video, I messed with it and ultimately got it back tight because I was able to loosen it just the littlest bit, and I had some blade play in it. Well, I was able to get it back tight, and the lockup on it was good. I mean, it didn't have any wobble in it, and the knife functioned perfectly. So, I mean, I really didn't have any complaint at that point, other than I couldn't get in the knife. Well, now I'm in it. I did, like I say, I did chew up this pivot a little bit, but I think the question now is how deep does that go when it's together. I think I'll check it when I put it together. Holy smokes, that had a lot of that in there. It was completely covered. Like I say, I think they dipped the whole thread in that stuff and then assembled the knife. All right, well, let's put it back together. Interesting design in that everything goes back together and then the scales cover it all. So with that said, I mean, the fact that this is chewed up a little bit really doesn't impact the knife at all because the scale will cover it. You'll never see it. So I don't know that I'm really going to even bother with it. I think I'll leave it. Just, it'll be a memorial to what it took to get it apart. Yeah, if I ever take it apart or whatever, it'd be like, what happened there? Well, yeah, it fought me tooth and nail. Oh, yeah, those thumb studs are so big. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to lay this on. I don't think that's big enough. I'm going to lay this on the strop. There we go. Goodness, I'm coming apart at the seams here. There's my bearing right there. There we go. It's a big, heavy blade, man. Big chunk of steel. And I got a little bit of work I got to do back here, I guess. And it's holding together. And it is I did get it functional, and I will say it is a really nice knife. It's built like a tank, and I did adjust this detent. I think it's working pretty good. I think I'm going to, maybe just tiny. Yeah, let's try that. Just a tiny little adjustment because it was a little stiff. And I want to put a little bit in this detent ball track. Nice stonewash blade. There we go. Well, and I have some help with this one too because it's got this side screw right here that holds everything together. So I think I'll throw that in first because I'm going to have to play with that detent screw a little bit. I'm not just going to jam it in there because I know what it took to get it apart. Okay. Come on, man. Really? It's like I'm flawed. I guess let's put it in at least enough to hold everything together. Then I can mess with the detent, and there's plenty of tension there. A little bit of wiggle, so we'll tighten it a little more. It's locked up pretty solid right there. Let me tighten these body screws here. These scale screws. Make sure everything's solid. Yeah, I got a little bit of wiggle yet. So let's mess with this. I don't want to go too deep to the point of no return with that screw. You know, where I'm fighting to get it out again. Well, there we're locked up really well. Yeah, solid lockup. And solid lockup. Okay. And the tension here on this screw is plenty. I mean, it's biting, but I could still get that out if I needed to. So yeah, I think we're home. A little more. There we go. Oh, wonderful. Check for play one more time, because once I put everything on, I can't adjust it. All right. Here we go. Home stretch, man. Well, I'm tempted. I think this green might take a purple. Possibly. Don't know. Maybe. All right, let's get these side screws in. Man, Todd, thank you so much, because I really felt it was unresolved. You know what I mean? It's like, so I feel so unsatisfied. Checking. It's like yeah, I don't know, some obscure reference. Maybe I'll tighten this first. Make sure that I'm okay before I cover the other side, in case it takes, gotta hold that side down. Nope, it's cinched up. Okay. Oh, I feel so much better about this knife now. I was unhappy. All right. Oh, man, look at this action on this thing. Centered blade. Fuller. Thumb stud. Back flipper. Lockup is 45, almost 50%. Let's check that. Make sure we didn't. Nah. I mean, it's locked up way too much to be worrying about failure, but wow, does this thing run? I mean, wonderful. Yeah. I mean, so much so I got to check it. You know, when they run that good, you got to check them. Look at that. Guillotine. Maybe I should boil all the bearings. Wow, is this thing awesome. I don't remember if it's sharp, but let's check it. We're at 25 minutes, man. Let's wrap up. We did another one on this already. Another video. Yeah, pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. I'm going to do this to it real quick, though. I don't remember if I did it in the first one. Listen, my memory is traumatic on the first one. I got PTSD, man. Short-term memory loss, all of it. It's got me. Because I don't really remember anything except the bad part. I couldn't get in the dang thing. Rolled off all my tips. I did today, too. Goodness, this thing. I'm just gonna chalk it up as to an assembly error. Somebody just got overzealous with that Loctite, but wherever that is on the assembly line, somebody needs to go over there right now and go, gimme the Loctite. Yeah, you gotta get rid of that stuff, or somehow not allow that person to do it no more, because they got way overzealous. So yeah, love this stonewash. Look at it. Satin stonewash finish. Beautiful. 14C. Love me some 14C. So the ergonomics on this thing, the action is A+. I mean, the lock bar access is good. You know, getting in here, it's easy to access. It's not relieved, but it's large enough in here that it's really easy to get in there. Simple to operate. And so smooth that like I said, makes me feel like the knife has come loose, but it has not. It's locked in there. Ergonomics. I mean, this is a big, powerful knife, and it's a big, powerful grip. It lines right up with it. You know, this type of power grip, stunning. You can go thumb forward. Got combat jimping on the spine of the blade. That's super aggressive. Press down into that, you can't go forward off of it. So really wonderful, strong, overconfident grip towards very confident, maybe even a very confident grip at the top of the scale. Excellent grip on this knife. This back here's got a great platform to cap that off. Coming down this way with this knife, being able to chop and stab and pry. You can do it this way, you just can't cap it with the thumb. But very confident in here. The finger guard's going to lock in at the palm. So being able to come this way, this is the way I would use it. If I had to poke like that, I'd be down and you could dig and pry. Super thick blade stock. Strong tip, but it's needle sharp. So you're only going to be able to do so much work with that tip. But I'm pretty sure this is strong enough. I could smash this through the hood of a car. Yeah, if I came down with force, I could maintain grip and smash that through the hood of a car. Yeah. Into the door, whatever. I mean, this thing, strong, powerful knife. Faux show. The pocket clip, I think it ran well, but let's check it. I mean, I'm getting my mileage out of this knife. It put me through all that. I'm getting 2 videos out of it. How about it? We're doing 2 check-ins. I think I remember I did tighten this clip up because it didn't have a lot of tension. And so on the thick stuff, not so much. But on standard size jeans, man, I cranked the tension up on it, didn't I? Oh, yeah. What about back here? Yeah, there it goes. And it's such a heavy knife. I think I'd want it with that kind of tension, because if I took off running, I don't want that thing flying out of my pocket. You know what I mean? So I think it's got to have solid tension. Yeah, there. On standard size jeans, it's a dryer clip. Yeah, it's in there good. Thick stuff, not so much. So the pocket clip, I don't hate it, but I'm not a huge fan. What about blade contact? Nope. And the tip, ooh, looked ominous, but no, I can't get it. So the tip's good. The clip is, it's not bad, but it's not great. And then contact through the backspace. I'm pretty confident I can put this in my pocket without cutting myself by reaching in there somehow. Yeah, as far as sharp, the knife is plenty sharp now that I've stropped it. Yeah, razor blade sharp. Wonderful. And real quick, price and availability. I think this would do really well to lay that edge back too. But it's so sharp, and honestly, I've had my hands on this knife so much through check-in, I don't think I want to mess with it no more. But let's find out price and availability. Okay, there's 3 options for it that I'm seeing right now. The sixleaf seller has these fixed, priced. The green ones are like $96 or $98. The orange ones, they have orange scales, are $94. Both of those come with make an offer, and you get 5 chances. So if you make an offer and they reject it, then you can make another offer. You get to try that 5 times. So that's a pretty good option, in my opinion. So keep that in the back of the mind. There's currently, I believe, 2 or 3 auctions from DWin99 on eBay. Those are live auctions that are bidding. I mean, I'm seeing these with like 1 day left, and they're running about $30. So are they going to get up into that same $80, $90 range that Sixleaf has them at? I don't know. That's the thing about a live auction. You know, of course, you can always put your best price in on a live auction and wait it out. If you can't win it there, well, then you could go back to Sixleaf, make them an offer. You got 5 chances on that. And then the other option is White Mountain Knives now shows this green version in stock at $100. Well, if you use the code down below, DM10, in the coupon section, put it in your cart, go to the coupon section in the checkout process, you put in DM10, and that'll get you 10% off, so you're at $90 for sure. And the thing about White Mountain Knives, that $90 is you'll have this knife in about 4 days. No shipping, no tax. Either purchase on eBay is going to include tax. Free shipping, but you'll get taxed. So, I don't know, if you're at 8% tax on, let's say, $90, what is that, $7? So now you're at $97, where White Mountain Knives with DM10, you're at $90, no tax, no shipping. That's actually the cost to you. So there's your options to purchase one. If you need a big, capable, sturdy knife, big grip, I mean, Wong's had quite a few of these come out recently, and this one's not too big a departure, but I really do like this blade shape. Little difference in the handle, not quite as combat looking, but it's still a combat. I mean, look at it. But heavy work knife for sure. That 14C, come on, that's a great feature. Anyways, there it is, the TS464. Appreciate y'all checking it out a second time. Appreciate you. See ya.